Hello and welcome back to the Listening Method. I'm your host, Matthew.
And I'm Liz. We are so happy you're joining us for episode 2.
That's right. And today we are getting right back to the very beginning. We're talking about starting your English journey, the absolute basics.
Yes. For anyone out there who has just decided, today is the day I start learning English, this episode is for you. We're going to make it as easy and painless as possible.
Absolutely. So, Liz, let's talk about the name of our show for a second, the Listening Method. Why do we start there? Why is listening the first step?
Well, it's the most natural way to learn, isn't it? Think about how babies learn their first language. They don't start with grammar books and vocabulary lists.
Right. They just listen for months and months.
Exactly. They absorb the sounds, the rhythms, the tones, all of it. And we believe that's the best foundation for adult learners, too. It takes off so much pressure. You don't have to speak right away.
That's the big one, isn't it? The pressure to speak. I think that's what freezes most people. They're so afraid of making a mistake, of saying something wrong and feeling, foolish.
Totally. That fear is a huge wall. But if your first job is just to listen, well, anyone can do that. You can't really make a mistake just by listening.
It's a much safer starting point. You're building familiarity with the language, letting the sounds wash over you. You're training your ear to recognize English before you ever ask your mouth to produce it.
So for everyone listening, that's your first instruction. Relax. Give yourself permission to just listen. That's the whole game for now.
Okay, so now that we've set the stage, where does a beginner actually start? What should they be listening for? The world is full of English sounds. It can be overwhelming.
Great question. And we start with the simplest, most common interaction of all. Greetings. Just saying hello.
Hello?
Hello? See? It's the key that opens the door to a conversation. So let's really listen to that word. Can you break down the sounds for us, Matthew?
I can. So it has two parts, two syllables. The first is heh. It's a soft sound from the front of your mouth. Heh.
Huh.
And the second part is low. Notice how your mouth makes an O shape at the end. Low. It's longer than the first part. Hello.
Hello. I love that breakdown. So listeners, just try making that sound. Don't worry about who you're saying it to. Just practice the sound itself. Hello.
And there's a simpler, maybe more common version, right?
Oh yeah, just hi.
Hi. That one is much shorter. One syllable. The sound is like the letter I. H-I. Hi.
It's friendly, it's quick. You can use it with almost anyone. So you have hello and hi. That's your starting point.
Okay, so after hello or hi, what usually comes next?
The question, how are you? This one is so important.
And it often sounds like one word, doesn't it? How are you?
It does. Native speakers connect the words. Let's say it slowly. How are you?
How are you? So, Liz, how are you?
And here's the classic answer. I'm fine, thank you.
The textbook answer.
It is, but it's perfect for beginners because it's always correct and always polite. I'm fine. Let's just start there. I'm fine.
So, let's role play for the listeners. I'll start. Hi, Liz. How are you?
Hello, Matthew. I'm fine, thank you.
Perfect. And if you're really brave, you can add, and you? That returns the question.
Right. So let's try the full thing. Matthew, you start again.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great. Thanks. And that's it. That's a whole conversation.
It's a whole successful English conversation. If you can do that, you're speaking English. It's a huge step.
Now, what if someone says something that sounds a little different? Like, what's up?
Or how's it going? These are more informal, more casual, right?
Exactly. But here's the secret for a beginner. The answer can be the same. I'm fine, thanks. Or good, thanks. Works for all of them.
That's such a good tip. Don't get stressed trying to understand the small differences at first. Just know they are all greetings, and I'm fine or I'm good is a safe answer.
Your goal at this stage is just to recognize the pattern and respond successfully. It builds confidence.
Okay, so we have greetings down. Hello. Hi. How are you? What comes next? What are the other absolute essential words someone needs right at the beginning?
I call these the survival words. If you were dropped in an English-speaking country and could only have, say, 5 words, these would be them.
Ooh, I like this game. Okay, what's word number 1?
Please. It's the magic word. It turns a demand into a request. It's polite. It's essential.
Please. Yeah, you can just point at something on a menu and say please, and you will probably get it.
Right? Okay, survival word number 2, the partner to please, is thank you.
Of course. Showing gratitude, it's universal.
Let's focus on the sound of that one for a second because that th sound can be tricky. Thea. Your tongue has to touch the back of your top teeth. Thank you.
That's a great point. Many languages don't have that sound. So listeners, really listen and try to copy that. The thank you.
And even if it's not perfect, people will understand and appreciate the effort. Okay, so we have please and thank you. What's next? The basics of agreement and disagreement.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. The foundations of communication. These are pretty simple sounds, thankfully. Yes, no.
And you can communicate so much with just those 2 words and a head nod or a head shake.
Absolutely. Body language is your best friend when you're starting out. Okay, so we have please, thank you, yes, and no. What's the 5th survival word, Liz?
I think it has to be sorry.
Ah, yes, the word for when things go wrong. You bump into someone, you don't understand something. Sorry.
Exactly. It's incredibly useful. If someone is speaking too fast, you can just say, sorry, with a questioning tone, and they will likely slow down or repeat themselves.
That's a pro tip right there. Using sorry to mean I don't understand, can you please repeat that? It's very efficient.
There's a similar word, too, that's important to distinguish. Excuse me.
Right. How would you explain the difference?
I'd say, excuse me is for getting someone's attention before you do something. Like you need to ask a question or get past them in a crowded space. Sorry is after you've done something, like accidentally bumping into them.
That's a perfect explanation. Excuse me to interrupt. Sorry for the interruption. That's a great distinction. Okay, but what happens when you're in a conversation and you're, lost? The survival words are great, but you need tools to manage the situation.
That's a fantastic question, and it gets to the heart of what makes speaking a new language so scary. It's that feeling of losing control. When someone is speaking to you and you just can't keep up. The words are flying past you and you're just nodding. But inside, you're panicking, right?
Exactly. And that's where so many learners just give up. They think, oh, I'm not good at this. This is too hard. But it's not about being good or bad. It's about having the right tools for the right moment.
Yes. This is such a critical moment for a learner. It's that moment of panic when the conversation suddenly gets too fast or too complicated, and you feel like you're, drowning.
Exactly. And the natural human reaction in that moment is to panic, to just nod and smile, even though you have no idea what's going on. We've all been there. It's a defense mechanism.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. Instead of panicking, you can use a special set of phrases. Think of them as your control phrases. They put you back in the driver's seat of the conversation.
Exactly. So let's break down the first one. It's the most direct and honest. I don't understand. It's a full sentence, but it's so powerful. Let's say it slowly. I don't understand.
I love that. I don't understand. It feels so empowering. It's not admitting defeat. It's taking control and saying, hey, let's pause. I'm part of this conversation, and for me to continue, I need a little help. It's a sign of confidence, really.
That's so true. It changes the dynamic. Okay, so what if you basically understand, but the person is just talking way too fast, like a speeding train?
This is my favorite one. Can you speak more slowly, please? It's so empowering. You're not just stopping the conversation, you're setting the speed. You're becoming the conductor of the conversation's orchestra. Slowly is the key word there. SLOWLY. And adding please at the end just makes it so polite and respectful.
That's a brilliant point. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I would get so overwhelmed in conversations because everyone spoke so fast. It wasn't until I learned to say, ¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor?, that I finally felt like I could actually learn. It's like hitting a pause button on the world.
Exactly. It's not rude, it's resourceful. Okay, so we have a phrase for when you don't understand, and a phrase for when someone is speaking too fast. What's the third tool in our learner's toolkit? So let's recap our survival kit. We have hello, we have please, thank you, yes, no, and sorry, or excuse me. With that small toolkit, you can actually navigate a lot of simple situations.
You really can. So let's try to put them together. Let's paint a picture for our listeners. You're in a coffee shop. You want a coffee. How do you do it with only our survival words?
Okay. So I walk up to the counter. The person says, "Hello, how can I help you?" I might not understand all of that, but I hear hello. So I say hello back.
Good start.
Then I can just point to the coffee machine or a picture of a coffee and say, "Please."
Simple. Effective. They will understand. They'll prepare the coffee and then tell you the price.
Right? So I give them the money. They give me the coffee and my change. And what do I say?
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's it. I've successfully bought a coffee. I didn't need a full sentence.
That is so key. Communication is the goal, not grammatical perfection, especially not at the beginning. You used hello, please, and thank you, and you got what you wanted. That's a huge win.
It really is. And it makes you feel, powerful. Like you can do it. Each small success like that builds your confidence to try something a little harder next time.
Exactly. It's all about those small wins. Okay, let's try another scenario. You're on a crowded train and you need to get off, but someone is blocking your way.
Okay. So I would get their attention politely. I'd say, "Excuse me."
Perfect. They'll turn around, see you're trying to get past, and move.
And as I pass them, I could say thank you.
Yes? See? Simple, polite, and effective. You don't need to say, "Pardon me, I need to get off at the next station. Would you mind moving?" You just need, "Excuse me."
And it's all about the tone of voice too, isn't it? Saying sorry with a smile is very different from saying it like you're annoyed. People respond to the feeling behind the word.
That's such an important and often overlooked part of language learning. You're not just learning words, you're learning to communicate with humans. Your tone, your smile, your gestures, they're all part of the language.
So the big takeaway for our listeners today is to keep it simple. Master these few greetings and survival words. Listen to how they sound. Practice saying them out loud, even just to yourself in a mirror. Absolutely. And once you're comfortable with those survival words, you can add another incredibly powerful tool to your kit: numbers.
Feel how your mouth moves to make the sounds. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about long sentences. Just master hello, thank you, please.
It seems we're already coming to the end of our time. That went by fast.
It always does. So let's do a quick final summary. Liz, what is the one thing you want our brand new learners to remember from this episode?
Be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a journey, and you've just taken the very first step, which is the hardest one. Your only job right now is to listen and get comfortable with a few key, powerful words. That's it.
I love that. And I'll add this. For the next week, your homework is just to listen. Listen for hello. Listen for thank you. On TV, in movies, in music. Just notice how often you hear them. Train your ear to catch them.
That's a perfect assignment. On our next episode, we'll build on this foundation and talk about how to introduce yourself.
It's the logical next step. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Listening Method. We believe in you. You can do this.
We do. Until next time, keep listening.